When are you gonna do Captain Underpants Book 10?
Please do a video on the whole series.
The 11 epic novel.
Make book 11.
You have the book.
Please do book 10 and 11 and 12 and
Or Captain Underpants.
Please, Captain Underpants, come out.
Oh my god, I get it. You want Captain Underpants videos. I know, it's just there's some people who like some of my other videos, so I have to probably have videos for both of them. Huh. But, while I'm here, welcome to my review. Welcome to my review of Captain Underpants and the Revolting Revenge of the Radioactive Robo Boxers. Book 10 in the series, still hardcover. Is there even a softcover edition of this? Because I don't think there is. I'm going to be reviewing Captain Underpants forever.
Just to be clear, when I run out of the series, you have to give me ideas on what to do videos on, okay? Because I honestly can't really think of that much to do after I've reviewed every book in the series. I guess I could do, like, theory videos or top 10 videos on Captain Underpants. I don't know. But anyway, this one will apparently contain action, laughs, and mystery of the universe solved. Really. Okay. Off with a list of whoa. We start off with a nice little comic that catches us up on the past 9 books. Okay, seriously, at this point, you should just read. Like, Dave Pilkey, why don't you just number them? Why don't you just number them here? Like, when you don't number them, then people who buy them in the bookstore might not think that they need to be read in any particular order. Or they might just think that the one that they pick up is the first one. We start off with an introduction that introduces us to the 2 main characters named Zombie George Beard and Zombie Harold Hutchins. Jeez, Dave Pilkey, you're making Zombie Harold just walk in, like just leaving patches of supposedly Tippy Tinkle Chowder's blood step by step? Jeez, man, how terrified do you want the kids to be? Now, the way that Tippy Tinkle Chowder gets out of this is pretty funny. It is pretty simple, but hey, sometimes the simplest of ideas are the best ones. But I don't want to spoil it for you, so go and buy the book, but this is an interesting theory, that elephants are really, really slow, but it's just they're so big. So, if you shrunk an elephant to the size of the tortoise, a tortoise might be able to beat the elephant, or at least tie it.
I actually came up with that theory in one of my very first YouTube videos ever. Here it is. It may not be what you think. Number 1 size. I never continued that series, but I do plan to someday. Yeah, that was actually the very first episode where I revealed my teleportation power. You know, that one that I use in all my skits, you know, where I snap my fingers and this weird color happens. If we got shrunk down small enough, we would be awesome at hide and seek, but we would suck at tag. So, if you want to be good at tag, make yourself big. Want to be good at hide and seek, make yourself small. So, which one?
So then it continues to say how adults are still stupid, but now you can use this to your advantage. And really just read Captain Underpants books when you're supposed to be studying for tests.
Psst. A good way, if you have like chips or a cookie or something and you really want to eat it, put your arms on the desk, but like, put the cookie and then put, we're gonna pretend that this thing is a cookie, right? So what you do is that, psst, don't tell your parents that I'm telling you this, okay? So you're gonna carefully take the cookie and place it like this, but then put your arms in front of them like this, okay? You got that? So now the teacher can't see the cookie, right? And then you just lean forward and then just lean on your arms like this and then just start eating the cookie while you have your head in there. Like, everyone does this, right? But unless if you're like really into school, then you probably always like just do like a quick, like, at least put your head down for a little bit. No one's gonna judge you. No one's gonna think that you're up to anything. Just be very careful, because while you're chewing, your head might be bopping up and down and someone might catch you. So Tippy Tinkle Challenge doesn't get stepped on. Surprise! The anti-hero to the rescue. Do you guys know what an anti-hero is? A little bit of knowledge for y'all. An anti-hero, I'm actually not really quite sure myself what an anti-hero is. What is an anti-hero? I think I know what it means. It's like Catwoman in the Batman movies. Have you guys seen any Batman? I don't know. I'm planning to, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do you guys like superhero movies? Maybe I could have like a superhero movie review marathon thing to replace my Captain Underpants one. Hang on. Anti-hero. A central character in a story, movie, or drama who lacks conventional heroic Anti-hero or anti-heroine is a protagonist who lacks conventional hero qualities such as Okay, I'm pretty sure they had no idea what that was. I guess an anti-hero is a protagonist, which means a good guy, like George and Harold and Captain Underpants, a good guy in a story, but he doesn't always do the good thing. He's very unpredictable. So, like, one minute he or she could be acting like the good guy, but then the very next he or she could be acting like a villain. So he or she is a good guy and needs to be treated like a good guy, but he or she can just unpredictably kind of seem to turn to the other side. Be joining forces with the good guys, then be joining forces with the bad guys. I don't think that they ever really join forces with the bad guys. I think it's just they're either with the good guys or they're by themselves, not really with any... I don't even know.
But anyway, Tippy Tinkle Trousers goes back in time to before the students got out of the school and got scared to death by the pants. Then, while they run out of the school, he freezes them. Then he awaits for his other self from before to arrive. I'm glad that Dave Pilkey didn't just make him go back in time and just hide behind the school and not really do anything. That's kind of what they did in the Santa Claus 3. To change history back to normal, all that Santa Claus, I can't remember the other guy's name, had to do was to go back in time and just not change anything. That is not, well, I don't know. As far as I'm aware, I don't think that we've ever time traveled, so I don't really know. But I doubt if you've already gone back in time and changed history, I don't think that to change it back, you just go back in time and do nothing. I think you do have to stop your other self who's trying to change history. I don't know. You could, I don't know, talk him out of it, but then there'd always be two of you. Unless if you're going to go with the erase from existence theory. But Dave Pilkey doesn't, and I'm really glad that he didn't, because this makes an excellent story. So Tippy Tinkle Trousers shrinks his other self, because he doesn't want them to have two of them running around. And finally, this is when he goes forward in time to bring us to the events of the end of Book 8, thereby altering the timeline of Book 9. Jeez, Dave Pilkey, you took 2 books to tell us all that. Okay, now hang on. Big Tippy had set his tinky meter for a sunny afternoon in October?
How? They were in the 4th grade in the first book, and they're still in the 4th grade in this book. So if this is October, then that means, and like, it's not even mentioning anything about Halloween, and if they're in the 4th grade, then I'm pretty sure that there'd be a lot of Halloween stuff going on. So this means that it'd have to be, at the latest, October 30th, which would mean that this entire, all of the past 9.3 or so books have taken place over the course of almost just 2 months. But George and Harold had to wait 4 to 6 weeks for the Hypno Ring to arrive. So that would be a month off right there. And I'm pretty sure the day that they messed with the football game wasn't their first day of school, otherwise they probably wouldn't mention that. So that would mean that we'd have to have like a week or so before the events of Book 1 happen. 4 or 6 weeks afterwards is when they hypnotize Mr. Crumb. Which means that most of Book 1, and then Book 2 through 9, or, yeah, no, Book 2 through 8, I guess, would have to take place in way under a month. And I'm pretty sure that they mentioned like days and weeks and maybe even months. I don't know. I don't really feel like going back in the series, but I'm pretty sure that they mentioned the passage of time. There is no way that this would be in October, Dave Pilkey. What are you doing? If I screwed up somewhere, please tell me, because this plot hole has been bothering me since the first time I read this book.
Anyway, I kind of like how he pretty much just says the cliffhanger for Book 8 all over again. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would find it annoying, but I kind of like it, because it just kind of feels like the timeline is flowing a bit better. So anyway, George and Harold hide behind a bush. Classic. And then they decide, aw, poor Sulu and Crackers. They have to go back to their own time because it's too dangerous here. No, not Sulu and Crackers. But as they try to get to the time machine in the school library, Mr. Crumb spots them. And they're supposed to be in school right now, but they're not because they're running for their lives. So Mr. Crumb runs upstairs. And as we learned from Book 8, you don't have to be in the time machine. Can I just call it time machine? You don't have to be in the time machine to go with it. You just have to be near it. So Tippy Tinkle Trousers arrives, but Mr. Crump is staying near the time machine, so he goes with it. And remember, Tippy Tinkle knows that Mr. Crump is Captain Underpants, so he knows that if he wants to destroy Captain Underpants, he just has to destroy Mr. Crump. Anyway, he sends his other tiny self back in time so he can hide behind the trash can, and now there's 3 of them. So what happened to the Tippy that sent him back in time? He just says, like, good idea, me, and then he just disappears, and then he's just kind of waiting by the window forever. So anyway, all 3 of them go back in time, but oddly enough, they don't each use their own time machine, they just get in one. That's odd, that they're all in their own separate time machines, but they just have to get, that's really an interesting idea. Imagine going around in, like, a time machine, and you're just kind of hijacking this other bigger time machine. But really, you know that if the bigger time machine takes off without you, you don't have to worry because you still got your own time machine. I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Crump falls. I'm not really sure if I want to be giving away the plot. I just want to be giving away pretty good points. But anyway, Mr. Crump falls down a tree, and his superpowers prevent him from getting hurt. Because up until now, I'm pretty sure it's been quite unclear whether Mr. Crump actually has his superpowers when he's in Mr. Crump mode. Because in Book 3, he even stated that putting clothes on would bring his powers away. But then again, that was kind of the dorky, dumb Captain Underpants, so who knows. But, like, I think this is the first time where it clearly states that Mr. Crump doesn't have to be in Captain Underpants mode to have his superpowers. It's just, you know, how often do you jump out of bed to test if you can fly? Actually, I do that every day. And you probably do, too. Don't lie. At some point in your life, you tried to fly. You tried it. Here we go. Here's the giant T-Rex chasing. Dave Pilkey, you advertised this for your trailer for Book 9. At the end of Book 8, you advertised Book 9 and showed this picture. Now you're showing it in Book 10. Dave Pilkey, you just didn't know what you were doing. Did you have writer's block? Because you did go on, like, that 6-year break looking after your dad. So, who knows? So anyway, these guys, selfish as they are, decide that their bigger self is a little bit too bossy. So they go forward in time to when Captain Underpants pulls... What? Okay, I have to explain this a lot.
Remember back in Book 9, Tippy Tinkle's time machine wasn't just pants. He did have a top. But in Book 9, Captain Underpants ripped the top half off, and that's when Tippy Tinkle went back in time and scared those bullies. Now he changed history so that thing never happened. So logically, shouldn't the top half of his machine just be materializing into existence? Then again, his other cells aren't erasing from existence, so who knows. But anyway, he had a spare Shrinky Pig 2000, of course, in the bottom half. That's what he used to shrink his other cells. But he also had a Goosey Grow 4000, it's just, it was in the top half. So now, it's gone. So, the other 2 Tippy Tinkle are going forward in time to that point, so that they can go inside the top half, grab the Goosey Grow 4000, and then grow themselves so they can be just as big as Tippy. But that never happened now, because they changed history, so what the flip is going on?
So anyway, one of the Tippy Tinkle sorry, I keep on screwing up when I say his name. But anyway, he makes himself way bigger than the other Tippy Tinkle but selfish as he is, he doesn't even help his other self. So anyway, Tippy Tinkle has a giant metal arm in his thing for no reason, and then he discovers that Mr. Crump's or Captain Underpants' weakness is water. Then, whoa, this guy's like twice as big. Oh man, I really like this scene. Look, you can almost see movement in it. Just him like snapping this smaller claw off with his other claw and the scissors, and then just kick him off into space. Okay, Tippy Tinkle, how many things did you add on to this thing? But anyway, we also get to see the extinction of the dinosaurs! Yay! And then he drops his scissors, so the scissors weren't even attached to this claw, he just, it's a hand, I don't know. I do like this theory that Tippy Tinkle takes off to the future, and George, Harold, and Crackers and Sulu, all they have to do is fly inside the light, and then they go with it. But anyway, George, Harold, Crackers, and Sulu find cavemen, and the cavemen are too scared to fight Tippy Tinkle, so George and Harold write this inspiring novel. Oh, and it has Ook and Gluck and the weird baby dinosaur guy in it too, and Tippy Tinkle. But anyway, George and Harold does a great thing inspiring them, showing that if Ook and Gluck can fight him, so can they. And then we have an awesome fight scene between George, Harold, and Crackers and Sulu and the cavemen, all versus Tippy Tinkle, which I guess is now Super Mega Tippy. I don't know. Oh, now I guess he's dead. Oh, wait, no, he's still alive. And that brings us to Flipporama, Part 1. Which, you have to buy the book if you want to see it. So Super Mega Tippy turns on his freeze ray again, but suspiciously finds that he can't turn it off. Because his other, smaller self... Oh, by the way, the other Tippy, the original Tippy, he died in the explosion by the dinosaurs, by the way. But anyway, so... now there's just 2 left. Super Mega Tippy and the other Tiny Tippy. So... the other Tiny Tippy, also known as slightly younger Tiny Tippy, steals the Goosey Girl 4000. He was the one who was messing with the controls. He's the reason why he can't turn it off. He even turned the emergency shut off. The emergency shut off. Anyway, he takes the Goosey Girl 4000 and just keeps on leaping in through the thing. And then something awesome happens. So, Super Mega Tippy already has this freeze ray on, right? So the ice is already expanding, right? But then slightly younger Tiny Tippy drops the Goosey Girl 4000 and it zaps this already expanding ice. So it starts expanding massively quick, causing the Ice Age and freezing Super Mega Tippy to death. There's just 1 left. And he's twice the size as this guy. Whoa, how big is this guy? And then slightly younger Tiny Tippy saves them all? Wait, why? Oh yeah, because he wants to be the one to destroy Captain Underpants. Not his other self. Not even his other selves are allowed to kill him. He wants to kill Captain Underpants for himself. And that's when Captain Underpants rips off this guy's pants for no reason. Dave Pilkey, come on. You knew that you had to squeeze this in here somewhere because you already advertised it. So you had to put it in somewhere. So you just decided, oh, screw it. I'll just squeeze it in here because why not? Oh, actually, he does use it for this net. Never mind, Dave Pilkey. That is actually pretty good writing. Oh, and all the cavemen are saying goodbye. Well, I hope that we see them again sometime. Oh no! So Captain Underpants becomes Mr. Crump and forgets he has superpowers, and they land into Tippy Tinkle Treasure's hand, who then takes off to a random time. And George and Harold realize that they getting in trouble is getting them into way too much trouble. Them making trouble is getting them into way too much trouble. No kidding. Honestly, I wouldn't mind living this life. See, that's the problem. Like, you always think that your life is boring, and you wish that you could live lives like this. But if you actually did, then you just want a normal life again. But anyway, George and Harold decide that they will never pull a prank again. And it turns out that Crackers is kind of sick now. So they kind of make a nest out of something, and then put her in it, and do nothing to really help Mr. Crump. Although, then again, he is in Mr. Crump mode, and after all that he's done to these kids, why would they want to help him? Also, exactly, how do they stand a chance against this guy? But also, slightly younger Tiny Tippy, this guy doesn't even know that he's Captain Underpants. You want revenge on Captain Underpants, and not Mr. Crump. If you're going to be like, oh, I can't have my other selves destroy Captain Underpants, even though they're me, then surely you'd want him to be in Captain Underpants mode when you're kicking his butt. But anyway, then George and Harold see their older selves and how evil they've become since George and Harold vowed to never pull a prank again. So George and Harold quickly vow to start pulling pranks and always pull pranks and stuff like that. And now they erase from existence. Now you're going with the erasing from existence? Where's the George and Harold of this timeline then? Are we shifting timeline? Why are you erasing stuff from existence now? But anyway, George and Harold snap their fingers twice, turning both Mr. Crumps into Captain Underpants, and now it's 2 Captain Underpants versus Tippy Tinkle Trousers in this flip-o-rama that I won't show you. Actually, I might show you this. What the flip, Dave Pilkey? Ew, that is disgusting. Yes, I know that he's a bad guy, but like, imagine if this was happening to you. Jeez, man, this is freaking... Oh my god. Okay, just to let you know, huge spoilers here. I won't tell you what happens to Crackers and Sulu because I want you to find out for yourselves. But long story short, slightly younger Tiny Tippy gets defeated, somehow, but Crackers and Sulu sacrifice themselves to do it, somehow. It makes sense, read the book. But then it finds out Crackers wasn't sick, she was pregnant. She had laid eggs. What? So she's been pregnant since book 7? So does this mean that, like, she mated with, like, she made a baby in her stomach with a male pterodactyl way back in the Cretaceous period and she had the baby the entire time? How long does it take for pterodactyls to have their babies? Does anyone know? Wink, wink, Captain Underpants fans who read further books. Wink, wink, don't worry, I'll talk about it later. Wink, wink, wink. Oh, jeez, look at Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants, how stupid are you? So George, Harold, and Captain Underpants are now trapped with no time machine 40 years in the future. So they decide to go back to their parents' house and start there to see if they're home. But, like, they made a vow to never pull a prank again. This explains why there's no future. Oh, okay, now I get. I just realized this now. I just realized this just now, filming it. I was like, wait, so if the George and Harold disappear from existence, there must be another George and Harold, right? Where are they? We are never told. But if George and Harold are trapped in the future, they will never go back in time to grow up to become those guys. So no, a future George and Harold wouldn't exist in this timeline yet. Oh, wait a minute. Well, what is happening here? Well, I don't know. But this book was brought to you by Dave Pilkey, the creator of the entire Count Underpants series. Read the books. Enjoy the books. Read the spin-offs. Enjoy the spin-offs. And I'll see you next time where I review the next book. Captain Underpants is the tyrannical retaliation of the Triple Choice 2000. I'll see you there. Goodbye. Like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.